I'm Katherine reporting for Kids First, live in Chicago, and today I have the opportunity to speak with Hualalai Chung and Christina Chen about the new film Moana 2. Mr. Chung is known for his roles in NCIS Hawaii and High Surf, and he plays Moni in Moana 2. Ms. Chen is a producer of Moana 2 and has worked on projects such as Big Hero 6, Frozen 2, and Iwájú. Moana 2 follows Moana as she reunites with Maui 3 years after her first journey for a new voyage with an unlikely crew to travel to the far seas of Oceania. Hi, it's really nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, likewise. It's great to meet you, Catherine.
Okay, so Mr. Chung, can you tell us a little bit about your character, Moni?
Oh, well, first and foremost, Mr. Chung is my father. You can call me either Hualalai or Hua.
Okay.
But Moni is everybody's best friend. He's whimsical, he's warm-hearted, he's ecstatic about everything. He's the storyteller of Motunui, and he actually gets recruited onto Moana's new crew, not just as the oarsman, but also to kind of help navigate the crew, you know, with his knowledge of myth and legend, you know, as they try to find more people across the Pacific. Yeah.
Sounds fun. I'm really excited to see his character. So Ms. Chen, you've worked on production finance for movies like Frozen 2 and Big Hero 6, and then you also have produced a couple things. So how was being head producer on this film a little bit different?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's such a great adventure. I mean, I'm so lucky to be able to produce it with my fellow producer, Yvette Marino. And we both worked on the first film. And for us, it really is around, like, we love the character of Moana so much. It's such a gorgeous place to be. And we're just so excited we were able to expand her story and show Moana a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
I know, I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this movie. Once I found out it was coming, I was like, oh my gosh, yay. What do you think was the most surprising thing that happened while you were filming?
I have this story that I've told a few times. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene in the film where I was actually recording this in Burbank with our executive producer, Jared Bush, with Auli. And he was helping me kind of like read lines and whatnot. And it came up to this line where Moni kind of speaks to the idea that he has searched and retold some of the greatest stories of Motunui his entire life. And never in a million years would he ever think that he'd get to be in one. And, you know, I grew up being such a Disney-loving kid, like most kids, you know, even in Hawaii. And I remember walking the streets of Main Street and walking through the corridors of Disneyland with my family and just kind of looking around at all the little details that Disney pours into everything and just kind of thinking, man, if there's ever an opportunity to pair up my love for my culture with what Disney does, that'd be a dream come true. And it was in that session, I read that line out loud once and immediately got emotional.
Aww.
And it was probably the moment that I will take with me for the rest of my life.
That's such a great story. I love that so much. And I mean, yeah, you fulfilled your childhood dream, I guess, you know?
Totally.
That's so amazing. Apart from being an actor and dancer, you also have a band. So did you help with any of the songs in the movie?
I didn't have to. We have an amazing music team, Mark Mancino, Opataya Foa'i, as well as the newcomers, Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, who really poured so much of their heart and spirit into creating all the songs, creating the music. Emily has a crazy mind in composing music and building out music to really fulfill what the story is. And Abigail really, really drives forward, kind of like the theatric sense of how to sing it. Put them together and you have like the best team ever. Yeah.
The dream team.
Yeah, totally.
What are your guys' favorite songs?
Oh, it's such a hard question. I feel like it changes, honestly, every day. There's a song that Hua's in that's called What Could Be Better Than This? That's probably today, my favorite song. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's super funny. Yeah.
Totally. I think my favorite song is the song Beyond, which is Moana's solo song, which goes live on all platforms on the 21st. Yeah. It goes live, so keep a lookout for that album and get listening.
I know, I'll check it out for sure. I'm so excited to see this movie. I know, as I've said. As I was talking about, you really have such a fun job. So what was your favorite part of your job?
I think really seeing how the animators take their work and actually infuse what their facial expressions are and hear their voice. When we see animation dailies for the first time and they've brought in like Hua's voice, it's unbelievable. These people work on these scenes and literally it becomes a character the second they put in his voice. That's probably my favorite part of the job.
That sounds like such an interesting process. I guess it can be hard to imagine, you know, everything going on until it actually gets put together. So that's a very fun experience for sure. So it seems like you haven't done a lot of voiceover work previously. So what was your experience for voicing Moni like?
It was so fun. I mean, our directorial staff is so good at, like I said, like putting you in this world and putting you in this realm that you have no choice but to mentally be there. You know, even though you're in a booth, your whole world mentally, you know, in your heart is Motunui, is the ocean, is with the characters. So it was so fun getting to play. I would never think of it as working or going in to record. It was just playing. You know, we would go from the highs to the lows, the highs to the lows, and then being able to see the finished film and what takes were used to create the storyline and how it seamlessly like integrates in with all the other characters is so much fun. Yeah.
So I know that not every you know, animated movie you get to work with some of your co-stars. Did you ever get to work with any of your co-stars?
I had one session that I got to actually not necessarily work with, but I got to share a session with Khaleesi Lambert-Suda, who voices Simea. And that was so cool to me. I mean, she's this little girl from the same hometown that I come from in Kaneohe, Oahu. She just has these eyes that light up just after anything, you know, and just thinking like, man, this little girl, like, she carries this weight of this character and she's gonna inspire so many other girls, and she's just whimsically like going through life, you know, and I love that, you know, she's just having the time of her life, having fun, and I can't wait for everybody to meet Simeo.
Yes, that just like having such a positive energy, and I mean, you can carry that throughout your life, and just experiencing this at her age, just like, that's so fun, you know?
Absolutely.
What messages do you want the audiences to take away from the film?
I think for this film, if the first film was about Moana and who she is, this is really about Moana who as a wayfinder, who she can be. I think that we hope that people really understand the depth and importance of community and connection, because this is why she leaves her village with her crew. She's going to actually help connect the people of the ocean. So we hope that people leave the theaters like tapping their toes, but also feeling like, oh wow, like we can all do this together, and going together determines how far we can go.
Yeah, totally. I think for me, it's especially because I come from Pacific Islander community, you know, and we're all on little islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and for everybody, whether it be from my story or whether it be from the story of Moana, you know, don't let any boundaries keep you from wanting to achieve your dreams and where you want to go, you know. We're so lucky that technology is on our side nowadays, but you can really get a lot done even from the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, honestly, even Moana, like the first one, is such an inspiring story, and I love that we get to add on to it. I think that that's really amazing. Are there any characters that you resonate most with? I guess, I mean, you play Moni, so.
I don't know, probably Hey Hey. Like, I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Hey Hey or Pua.
Yeah, definitely.
Pua's like terrified also most of the time.
Totally. Yeah, that's me. Pua all the way. I will be full-fledged into wanting to experience something.
Yeah.
And then we hit that big creek where you have to jump over, and I'll realize like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired. I want to eat.
I know. Pua and Hey are, I think, good characters to relate to for sure. Thank you so much for talking with me. I had a really great time.
Yeah, it was great chatting with you. Thanks,
really
Catherine.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chung and Ms. Chen, for talking with me today. Moana 2 releases in theaters November 27th, 2024, so be sure to look out for it. I'm Catherine reporting for Kids First. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss my next interview or those of my awesome team members. See you later. Bye!